Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to another week of racing here at the Tricia's Learning Center Gen 6 series, brought to you by Top Tier Racing and Royalty Racing Network. We are here, the Monster Mile, Dover Motor Speedway, where the concrete roars and legends are made. Nestled in the heart of Delaware, this 1 mile oval may be short in length, but it is big on challenge, speed, and adrenaline, with steep 24-degree banking in the turns and a concrete surface that chews up tires and tests tempers. Today's drivers are in for a wild ride. Speaking of tempers, let's move on to the temperatures of the race. 69 degrees Fahrenheit with a 92% humidity index. Clear skies, 13-mile-an-hour wind. Track temps, 101 degrees Fahrenheit. If you look right there, it is week 12, race 2 of the championship run. Let's go ahead and take a look at our championship run drivers. There we go. All right, Dylan Canova leading the way at 1,064. 19 points behind him in second place, Christian Proctor. The number 13 is going to be looking to do quite a bit better than number 70. We'll have to see. I bet he might be secretly wishing maybe that 70 has some issues tonight, but we'll see how it goes. Now, between second, third, and fourth place, only a 5-point difference. Kenny Cucko going to be in third, and fourth place will be Shane Wielden. Not too far behind him, in iRacing Indy 500 winner Jacob Wilson in the 51. Coming hot off the win at Indy. Congrats to him on that. He is currently running 5th in the championship run here, 1,037 points, and not far behind him in the number 22, J.D. Van Kirk. Coming in 7th so far in the standings, the number 37, Jake Raven, Cucko E Motorsports. Nick Ruffini in the 03, currently 8th in the standings, part of Revved Up Racing. Timothy Presley in that number 30, currently 9th in place, but unfortunately penaltied out for the season. Technically, that will make, after this race, Jorge Ledesma Jr. will take over that spot. Jeremy Gill, and then Latham Joyner, rounding out your 12 championship run standings. I'm excited to get into this one tonight. Should be a lot of great racing. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the cars on track. Possibly. There we go. Number 70, Dylan Canova running that white and pink Victory Fueled Ford Mustang, part of Revved Up Racing. Good looking ride as always. Another good looking ride. One of my favorites that I've made, the 71 at Kenny Cucko. PGHA Designs, Cucko E Motorsports, Chevy machine. There's the Indy 500 winner himself, the Circle Farms 51 Mustang. Christian Proctor currently running second in points, number 13 machine. Let's see what he's got for us this week. Warning. Oh my god, I can't quite read. He's dipping down. We'll have to take a look at that later. But looks like he's been running a different paint scheme every week. Always cool to see what he's gonna be running each week from Ford Mustang. Jeremy Gill in the number 4. I tell you, me and him had some great racing last night in an Xfinity League. Battled it out right to the end. Great driver. He's out of Tifton, Georgia. Driving that number 4 Ford Mustang. Jim Thorndike in the 59. He's been pretty solid the past couple seasons. This season hasn't been quite going his way, unfortunately. Not in the championship run this season, but as always, a solid driver in that DeKalb Sycamore Chevrolet. You guessed it, Chevrolet, part of Cucko E Motorsports. The ever so sharp and the autism awareness, number 22 Chevy. J.D. Vankirk from Bremerton, Washington. Zach White in the 77 Mobile One Ford Mustang, part of Royalty Motorsports. Mr. Marty Robert White. The check twice, save a life. 69 machine, part of the motorcycle awareness. Always keep your eyes peeled when you are out driving on the road for our friends on two wheels. What else is on track here? The 03 Nick Ruffini, Revved Up Racing, Ford Mustang, Victory Fuel. Go another playoff driver, the 44 of Jorge Ledesma Jr., the Pinups for Vets, Ford Mustang. What else we got on track? The 83 is Shane Wielden, the Slowick Stuff, Toyota Camry. I think it's our first Camry we've come across here so far tonight. From London, Ohio. Midwest, just like myself. Oh, here we go. The 53 of Robert Miner. In the Royalty Motorsports 53, Majestic Promotional and Branded Apparel. They seem to smack the wall a little bit. We're going to see that a lot tonight, I'm sure, coming out of those corner exits. Dan Ames in the 55, that Monster Energy Chevy. One of the few couple of drivers not on track yet. We got about a minute left until race time here. So I'm just catching up on chat. Yep, a little bit of a late start. It'll probably be about that time from starting from now on. About as soon as I can get to the computer. Check twice, save a life. That is right. Always keep an extra eye out on the road, especially on the highways. I like to adopt a rider and make sure no one rides his butt. So Robert, everybody pay attention to the road. Good stuff here tonight. About 20 seconds, we'll get the drivers meeting underway. That's a huge shout out to the series sponsors: Tricia's Learning Center, Premier Racing Setups, Cucko E Motorsports, Check 6 Motorsports, Crispy C7, Mid-Tier Racing, BSRL, MIPS, and of course Royalty Racing Network. And of course, thank you to Royalty Racing Network sponsors, SM Racing Products, for all your sim racing button box needs and dashboards. Check out smracingproducts.com. And of course, Majestic and Promotional Branded Apparel. Whether you're a cool iRacing team or the biggest business in the world, get your apparel done with Majestic Promotional and Branded Apparel. All right. Practice has now concluded. We have a little bit of a warm-up, or qualifying, sorry, then the warm-up, my bad. We'll see here, Marty White out on track, Christian Proctor as well. We'll have to see where he's going to be able to place. Yeah, I know he's been going to want to do way better than Dylan Canova today. He's going to want to come home with a win to still be in contention up there with Dylan. First lap at 22.895. Not going to be quickest. Quickest first lap right now, 22.81. That's the forward, Jeremy Gill. Jacob Wilson sets in a time. It's going to get him a third quick so far. 22.89 as well. Proctor's second lap, slower. Currently, he is running fourth. Dylan Canova is going to be sitting on pole right now with a 22.49. Wilson not far off, the 22.67. And Jeremy Gill so far running out your top three with a 22.81. Ruffini setting in his best lap on lap 2, 22.864. We got the 24, Dalton Moore, out on track right now. We'll have to see what kind of lap times he's able to put in. Sharp looking paint scheme. I like the white and that sky blue, baby blue, whatever you want to call it. It looks really good. Peter Slowick, favorite track, the Monster Mile. Here to watch Shane Wielden win. I agree. Holtman, could Proctor just pick a paint and stick to it? I mean, he could, but it's a little fun. I like seeing his new paint scheme every week. Everyone else kind of runs the same thing week in, week out. Spices it up a little bit. Dalton Moore's first lap, 22.888. Gonna be currently good enough for fifth quickest. Lap 2 coming to the line now. Dalton Moore does not improve. Kenny Kuko out on track now. And the 71, still getting used to announcing him as the 71. First lap must not have counted, or he made contact. Second lap, though, 22.535. That'll get him second position so far. Looks like everyone has made a qualifying attempt except for the 22 of J.D. Van Kirk and the 83 of Shane Wielden. Both yet to make any qualifying lap attempts. I'll let you know if they do decide to come out. Folks, it's shaping up to be a great race tonight. I'm excited. I hope you are all excited as I am. This is, honestly, I love this track. It is difficult for sure. But, man, I love this track. You get the right group of guys. Oh, man, change your paint whenever you want, buddy. Right ahead, Robert. Go ahead. As long the only rules right now, you just gotta have your iRacing number on it. So far, 22.83 and not out on track. Yeah, excuse me. Sorry. There's a little interesting facts here. The first Cup race winner at Dover Motor Speedway was Richard Petty, 1969. Imagine those cars they were driving back then. Ooh, boy. I tell you, I'd love to be able to go back in time and watch some of those races. Right, they are underway for their drivers' meeting currently. Sure, everyone is familiar with the rules and the restarts, all that fun stuff. Make sure we put on a nice, good race here. Got a few weeks left of the Gen 6 series, and we'll take a few weeks off and come back strong with a new and improved, longer season for Season 4. It'll be a 20-race season instead of 15, and we will be in the NASCAR Gen 4. And it's going to be quite exciting. We got the schedule official out. Looking forward to that. It's going to be a great season. You'll be able to catch all the action here. Although I will not be commentating, I will be on track next season. We'll have a new broadcaster up in the booth, though, for you to bring you all the action. Folks, another interesting fact about tonight is you can watch 2 races at the same time if you'd really want. Got top tier racing going on, and if you look, we will also. Man, I don't think they go live yet for another about half hour, 45 minutes. But Josh will also be broadcasting the SCSRA ARCA series with the new ARCA car. That'll be going on at the same time, so you get a little lull on the action. Feel free to hop over there, hop back and forth. And if you haven't yet, please make sure to like, follow, subscribe, support the channel any way you can. Get it out there. Thank you all for being here this evening. Any predictions? Let's see here. Do I have my results? But any predictions? Who's going to win this evening? There we go. Qualifying results. Dylan Canova. First place. Oh, okay. Or just go ahead. Thank you. Okay, Dylan Canova, first place. Kenny Coco, second. Jacob Wilson, third. Jake Raven, fourth. Jeremy Gill, fifth. Nick Ruffini coming in 6th. Dalton Moore in 7th. Christian Proctor starting off in 8th. And firing off in 9th is going to be Dave Shively. 10th place, Jim Thorndike coming in 11th. Jorge Ledesma Jr., Robert Miner in 12th. Robbie Miner in 12th. Robert White in 13th. Zach White, no relation, in 14th. 15th place is going to be Dan Ames. 16th will be Shane Wielden. And rounding out the field, only 17 cars tonight, the 22 of J.D. Van Kirk. See, the drivers are now getting into their cars. Again, a short little parade lap. Oh, Jake Raven. All right, yeah. Raven's been good all season, been finding trouble, though. Or I should say, finding trouble. Trouble finds him. I'm just going to be happy for him to have a good, clean race tonight. I hope he gets it. Firing off in 4th. Great place to be. I mean, starting right alongside an Indy 500 winner. I hope that's not too much pressure on him. I'm excited to get this one going. Top 4 consists of 2 revved up racing drivers and 2 Coco E Motorsports drivers. There we go. Pace car is down into pit lane. Barney's getting ready to wave that green flag.
Green flag.
And the green flag is out. Let's go racing here at Dover Motor Speedway. Dylan Canova gets a great launch there, able to hold down the inside. Cucko looking to stay with him on the outside line. Can't quite get it done. Everyone gets spread out here in a hurry. Real quick.
Yellow flag is out.
Yellow flag is out. Not even one lap in. I was expecting it to be spicy, but not right away. Looks like the 24 Dalton Moore was involved. Let's go back and take a look at that. Rewind. All right, let's see what happens here. Ooh, looks like the 53 and the 24 get together. It kind of looks like the 53 is coming down the track there quite a bit. Let's go back and take a look at it. Let's go from a rear chase here. Oh, not rear chase. Far chase. That's what I meant. Far chase with the 24, Dalton Moore. 53 kind of just comes way down the track there. Takes the 24, spins him, brings out the yellow here right away at Dover Motor Speedway. Dalton Moore in pit along with the 53 Robert Miner, who was involved with that right away as well. We'll rack them and stack them back up here. Try to get this race started again. Pay attention to the drivers highlighted in blue on their cars. They will also have a blue tail fin, a blue lip on their splitter, and a blue banner across their windshield. That's how you will know. I believe I just said playoffs. Know your championship run drivers. Looks like Jorge Ledesma Jr. went down into pit 2. I didn't see him involved with anything. Oh, is he not even on track? Not sure what happened to Jorge. He does not appear to be on track. Interesting. I'll have to get the scoop for that. Probably won't get that till post-race, but... Oh, that's a terrible camera view. See the lights off on that iRacing.com pace car, which means this time by the pace car will dip down into pit lane, and we'll try to get this one going again for you guys. Just see the amount of banking that are in these corners. Anyway, pace car is down into pit lane. Dylan Canova has control in the box. Green flag is out. Oh, Kenny spins his tires. Almost a repeat of season 1. Or maybe it was 2. Here's those that don't know. You don't know, but if you know, you know. Canova out to a great start. Big gap on everybody here. Jake Raven, Christian Proctor battling it out here for 3rd position. Looks like Proctor would be able to get it done around the outside there. Now Nick Ruffini right on his tail. Right behind him, Jacob Wilson. A lot of single file action now. Looks like it might be a bit hard to pass tonight. I have to assume that we'll have to see a lot of tire saving strategy come into play here tonight. So we can see now the gap up here with the leaders. not as much. Canova had a real big lead. Cucko and Proctor closing that down. Ooh, Proctor into the wall a little bit. Is able to keep her going. Sure, we'll see a lot of right side scrapes on these paint schemes tonight. Single file here early. Few green laps in. Miner's still in the pit, unfortunately. He'll be going laps down. Ledesma Jr. still not on track. Oh, maybe he is on track now. Not sure what happened to him, but he is 4 laps down. Unfortunate. Look throughout the field. Not much of a battle anywhere going on right now. We're going to come away with the win. Will Canova win another one here in the championship run? We'll have to see. Speaking of championships and wins, most cup wins here at Dover. Anyone got a guess? Who's got the most cup wins here at Dover? Winner gets a shout out. Biggest mover so far, J.D. Van Kirk, up 6 positions. Getting a little dicey behind him there. And Ames currently running 12th. Behind him, the Dalton Moore in the 24. Hey, Joshua King, you are right. Jimmy Johnson, most cup wins at Dover with 11 wins. Shout out to Joshua King for knowing the answer to that. Looking on my scoring tower here, not too many people battling it out, all single file currently. Canova trying to extend his lead over Cucko. Kenny trying to catch up to him there. And to see how this is a short track, but extreme banking. You're able to carry a good amount of speed through the corners. But if you can hear that, those are the tires just screaming. Screaming. I feel we're going to see a lot of quick tire fall off here as the race goes on. Folks, there's about 3/10 gap between all the drivers as far as the closest battles going on. Maybe a little something back here with Dalton Moore closing in on the 55, Dan Ames. This is going to be for that 12th position. See if he can reel him in here a little bit. Oh, he gets loose there. Oh, hard into the wall. Able to keep it going, but maybe damage we'll have to see. Definitely not what he was hoping to do there. Nick Ruffini, Dave Shively now right on each other, right on the heels of Nick Ruffini. Sorry, I said that backwards, but y'all know what I mean. $150 laps tonight. We're already 20 laps in. Tire management gonna be key for tonight. A couple people in pit again. We got Dalton Moore in the pit. Jorge Ledesma Jr. also back in the pit. Ooh, Marty White hard into the wall. Looked like JD followed him right into that too. Go back, take a look, see how they're doing. Maybe Marty slowed down a little bit. It's like JD's gonna look to the outside. Marty gives him plenty of space. Maybe some damage to that 69 machine after that contact with the wall. See him slowed up there. JD will be able to get that position, though, into the top 10 for JD Van Kirk, up 7 positions. Currently our biggest mover of the evening. Oh, we got some action here now. Shively looking to make the move. He gets it done on the inside of Ruffini, and then some. Shively now up 1 position from where he started. Ruffini's actually down 3 positions from where he started, but like I said, tire conservation is going to be a big part of tonight's race, especially if we can keep this green flag run going. Tires are going to be a huge factor. The factor. Not too much going on right here. Zach White looking to get past the 55. Dan Ames looking to the inside. Can't quite get the move done. Gonna try and maybe set him up for the next corner. Very low entry into the next corner. Looks like he might have lost some speed there. 55 now. Dan Ames trying to get around the 69 of Marty White. Not quite happening. They're gonna single file back out here. So Marty White's got a little pressure from Dan Ames. Can he get it done? Oh, big wreck as soon as we go to that camera. I was gonna try and get a cool shot and I missed what happened. Oh no, the 69 and 55 get together. Gonna bring out our second caution here on lap 27. Let's go back and look, see exactly what happened. I was trying to get a cool shot from the wheel well there when it happened. Yeah. Alright, they were cruising along just nice. Oh, looks like they just made a little contact there. Not a whole lot of space here on Dover. At Dover. Damage to them. As we see, I'll bring you back live. Everybody coming down pit lane. Everybody gonna take some tires, I imagine, and some fuel. Four tires. Well, you can see the cars getting jacked up there. I said tires are going to be a big deal this evening. 4 sets of tires. No fast repairs. 80% fuel load. That's how this league runs. Looks like Zach White staying out. Gonna have him firing off in first place on old tires. We'll have to see how that works out for him. All right, side by side. Once again here. Dover, like we said before, Jimmy Johnson has the all-time record win here with 11 wins at Dover. Mark Martin, on the other hand, has the most top 5 finishes with 24 top 5 finishes here at Dover. Lights are off on the pace car. That means this time by, gonna dip down into that pit lane. Dylan Canova will take us back to green and have control of the restart in the Geico restart zone.
Green's out. Green flag.
Green flag is out here once again. Starting lap 30, Dylan Canova with a great start. Let's go racing. Canova has been killing it on these restarts here. Cucko not far behind him, the 13 Christian Proctor. Jake Raven in 4th, and right out your top 5 Indy 500 winner, Jacob Wilson. Right? It is a lot. Finished top 5 all the time, Josh. That's impressive. Now, it doesn't say if all those were cup races. It just said he's got the most top 5 finishes. Everyone getting spread out here again. Jeremy Gildo, number 4, looking to get a move done here, possibly on the 37. Jake Raven. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get it done. A little action here. Nick Ruffini, J.D. Van Kirk, side by side, going into the corners. J.D. Van Kirk coming out a little bit ahead, a little bit of contact with the wall. J.D. will hold on to that 9th position. Up through the field, Jake Raven, Jeremy Gill still within striking distance. Not far behind them, the 59 of Jim Thorndike. Canova has the 3/10 of a second lead over Cucko. See, Zach White came down to pit. Not sure what happened to make him need to pit. Oh, that's right. He stayed out this last caution. Probably why he realized he needed to pit there and get some fresh tires. Proctor, Cucko trying to close the gap here on Canova. Jeremy Gill still staying within that striking distance. Jake Raven, hoping maybe he makes a mistake, able to save a little bit more tire. Ooh, almost smacks the wall there coming out of turn 4. 40 laps done here at Dover. Still 110 laps to go. Matt Kenseth won his first Cup race here. Career Cup race. 2006. Here's another fun little fact. Dover has also hosted the IndyCar series in the early 1980s. Could you imagine that today? These Indy cars ripping around here? I kind of want to see that. Everyone now getting pretty spread out. We are focused on the closest battle. Oh, up we got ourselves a drone operator for this evening. Royalty Racing Network bringing you the drone cam footage here up above. The gap spreading out here a little bit between these three. Let's go back, take a look here. The 03 and Nick Ruffini now starting to hunt back down the 22 J.D. Van Kirk. Hot on his tail. My gosh, get me back there. There we go. My gosh, sorry. Camera buttons were not working with me. Low 3 and Nick Ruffini gonna get that move done on the 22 of J.D. Van Kirk. Closest action on track right now between this. I'll go back up here. Jake Raven, look at that. Forward Jeremy Gill has reeled him in. Looking to the inside, down the back stretch. Able to clear him before the entry of 3. And then some. Jeremy Gill will take over 5th place once again. Good green flag racing here this evening. This track really showing drivers' skills. Top 11 on the lead lap. Everyone else either one lap down or worse. Let's see on the side there, Robert Minor. That number 20 laps down, unfortunately. Early, one of those early on cautions, unfortunately. And, yeah, this is one of those tracks, if it stays green and you get damage early on, it's hard to recover. It's honestly hard to recover from damage at any point in this race, but I think we can see these guys washing higher and higher up the track as these green flag runs continue. You know, the Monster Mile here is known for eating up cars. And there's actually a full-size statue of a monster outside the speedway holding a stock car in his hands. This track eats it up. At 52 out of 150, we are a third of the way done. Shively looking to make a move, maybe set up the 59 of Jim Thorndike here. And he set him up, get the move done. Still hanging out right in striking distance there. Shively looking to the inside. Oh, look at this. Peter Stark, the monster in front of the track, holds the last race's winner's card. That's cool. That's such a cool thing, man. Just a little something extra that gives the track so much, adds to its character so much. Oh, look at the inside there. Ruffini looking to the inside of Thorndike now. Shively got past him there. See Thorndike kind of falling back here. I wonder, how many of these guys have eaten up their tires. Thorndike way up the track there. Looks like he's able to get good runs on the exit. Not quite good enough, though. The 0-3 and Nick Ruffini able to get the move done. You see the 77 also looking to the inside. That's Zach White. Zach White, unfortunately, 9 laps down. Very much spread out across the track. Shane Wheeldon looking to get past J.D. Van Kirk for 10th place. Looks like he will get the move done. Van Kirk slotting in right behind him, staying right on his bumper there. Maybe he might look to the inside again there, but no, way up the track. Might be having some tire wear issues there. Race leader. No one's taken it from him yet. Dylan Canova in the 70 has over a second and a half on the P2 car, the 71 of Kenny Cucco. Jacob Wilson, Christian Proctor, within striking distance of each other here. This is the battle for 3rd place. You can see that on corner exit there, Jacob Wilson seemed to have better grip. We'll see how this goes. 13 sends it way in there. Oof. Wilson hits that apron a little bit. That's going to get him loose. See Ledesma Jr. there, just getting out of the way of these guys. Great racecraft there from Ledesma Jr. See if he's able to get this move done. Get into the inside of him there. Good run through the corner. The 13 getting a little bit better exit on the high side, but overall looks like the 51 is getting him on this low line. Able to stick a nose out. Not able to get the move done, though, yet. They're still side by side. 13 way up the track. Kind of loses the... It just shows you the crazy how two different lines can work. You can see the lower line, the 51, gets more speed on entry there. Middle of corner. The exit... Middle to exit was all the 13 winning that little battle. The 51 was able to get it done. Of course, that is Jacob Wilson, iRacing 2025 Indy 500 winner, up to 3rd place. Now there ain't no action on the field. We got about a second gap between all the cars on track right now. Ah, here we go. Josh, if you're still here, I'm not sure if you are or out broadcasting your next one, but you're saying Mark Martin with all that, those top fives. Dover used to race here 2 times a year from 1971 to 2020. That's what happens when everything gets spread out. Start looking up stuff online. Jake Raven currently running 6th. 2 biggest movers of the evening tied right now between Shane Wielden in that 83 of Royalty Motorsports and JD Van Kirk, Mid-Tier Racing / Check 6 Motorsports. It is still a bunch. That's impressive stats. Especially he raced a lot in the area. You know where it wasn't winning, you're in. All right, I see some people coming down to pit. Looks like Robert White, Dan Ames chose to go down pit for some green flag pit stops. We are on lap 70 out of lap 150 already. Cruising right along with this one. Christian Proctor coming into pit. We've seen him running up front a lot. JD Van Kirk now coming to pit as well. Starting to see some green flag pit stops happen. I love me some green flag pit stops. That's really going to shake it up. We'll see which strategy is going to work out the best here. Don't see any other takers yet. Dave Shively now going down pit lane. Leaders still staying out so far. Top 8. Well, top 8 last pit on lap 27. So getting to be about almost 50 laps ago. Dylan Canova starting to approach some lap traffic he's going to have to work through. This is going to shake some things up. We'll see how he gets past them there. There we go. Very nice. Let the leaders go on by. Always like to see that in drivers of lap traffic. I mean, you don't have to, but it's kind of just the polite thing to do once you're down so far. Well, with that pit cycle, only the people that stayed out are on the lead lap currently. Well, to see how much longer everyone will stay out before they come into pit. So this way, Dylan Canova's last lap was a 24.59. His best lap was a 22.81, so almost 2 seconds slower than his fastest lap of the race so far. Everyone is pretty spread out. We can see the 22 of JD Van Kirk approaching the 71. But he's no longer on the lead lap. He was with that group that just pit. He's on fresher tires. We'll get past that 71 with ease. Leaders still staying out on these tires. Now we can see Shively doing the same thing. He was also a part of that group that pit, so he's on fresher tires. Canova now approaching the 83 is Shane Wielden. He's actually on the lead lap for now. Till Canova passes him here, he'll go a lap down. But hey, if you're gonna go a lap down, at least at least me myself personally, I'd rather get passed by the leader than have something happen and go laps down because of an accident or something else. But that puts only the top 7 on the lead lap. Top 8 drivers still have not pit since lap 27. There's JD Van Kirk now. Gonna be looking to get back on the lead lap this way. If Shively not far behind him, that'll be oh, that's not a battle actually. Oh, it is. Oh, that's Proctor. My apologies. That's not Shively. That's Proctor. Jim Thorndike, Shane Wielden now coming down to pit. That was P7 and P8. Top 6 have yet to pit. We are now on lap 82 of 150 here at Dover Motor Speedway. This is the Tricia's Learning Center Gen 6 series, part of Top Tier Racing. Brought to you live by Royalty Motorsports. Or, gosh, Royalty Racing Network. Sorry, Royalty Motorsports is the racing team. Oh. Tongue twisters. Canova still staying out. Top 6 have yet to pit. They're staying out a lot longer than these other guys. Got some guys that came in pit lap between laps, 60 and 70. A few guys on 80 now. Lap 85, leaders still have yet to come down pit road. Folks, we'll take this time to have a brief side-by-side commercial break. Hey, welcome back, everybody. As always, a huge shout out to our sponsors. You just saw them there. Dylan Canova, our leaders, top 6, still have yet to pit. Now, lap 88 on a 150. Over halfway done with this thing. Nick Ruffini, Jake Raven, now coming into pit. Just saw that Ruffini had gotten past him, but I guess that would be a good reason why. All right, then there were 5. All your revved up racing drivers still out there. Dylan Canova, Jacob Wilson, Nick Ruffini, still out as well. Kenny Cucco and Jeremy Gill. Dylan Canova's last lap time was a 24.7. Last lap time is someone that pit on lap 80. Got Jim Thorndike with a 23.74. So about a second difference. Kenny Cucko coming down to pit. P2 decided, hey, enough's enough. These tires are gone. Let's go get some new ones. Maybe this will be the strategy that puts him ahead. We'll see. See Robbie Minor coming into pit as well. Currently a handful of laps down, unfortunately, but still. Gotta get them tires just like everybody else. They'll go out there, log the laps, get the points. 4 of Jeremy Gill now coming to pit lane as well. But our leader, Dylan Canova, the revved up racing guys, staying out. I take that back. Dylan Canova finally coming into pit. Lap 94. We'll have to see how this plays out now for everybody else. Gonna put Jacob Wilson. He'll lead a lap. Now the only ones that have yet to make a pit cycle, 51 and Jacob Wilson, and the 03 and Nick Ruffini. Canova back out on track now, looking to make his way through the field. Nick Ruffini now coming down to pit. Jacob Wilson will be the last one left to pit. There comes Jacob Wilson now down pit lane as well. Everyone has now made a pit cycle. I believe after Wilson comes in, that'll make Christian Proctor our leader. With Canova about 9 seconds behind. We'll see how that plays out. It's official. Proctor is now our leader. Dylan Canova, though, closing that gap. Now, Proctor pit on lap 69. So we got about 25. Dylan Canova on 25 lap fresher tires. Closing that gap. It was a 9-second interval. Now he's got it under 7 already. 51 of Wilson, looking to get unlap himself, and he will. Proctor kissing the wall a little bit there. He's definitely not going to want to keep that up. Eventually that will cause some issues. '83 is Shane Wielden. looking to unlap himself as well. Doesn't look like he'll be able to do it, but it is putting the 13 on the outside, slowing him up a bit. Now this is where it's going to get a little crazy. We got all these people now on different tires, or amount of wear of the tire anyway. Some people pit around the 70 or late 60 to early 70 mark. Some pit the 80s, 90s. So now we got people on all sorts of different grip amounts going through the corners. The 83 is Shane Whelan, still trying to unlap himself. Jeremy Gill not far behind, also going to be looking to do the same thing. Oh, looks like 13, like smacking the wall a little bit there. Oh, the 4, Jeremy Gill with a wicked run there. Gets by both Proctor and Wheeldon. What a move by the 4 of Jeremy Gill. And there's the 70 of Dylan Canova. Back in the lead, getting around. Sorry, I missed that one. He got around Christian Proctor too. He is cooking here. Everyone's kind of all over the field now. Shane Wheeldon going to go back a lap down. Still running 9th, only the top 8 on the lead lap currently. Lap 106 out of 150. Our last caution was on lap 27. 80 laps of green flag racing, or just about. Marty White coming down the pit lane. We got a little bit of a battle here with Jake Raven and Dave Shively. Ooh, looks like a 37 got loose off that corner exit. It's able to hold it together though. Oh, here's the 51, Jacob Wilson. Way fresher tires. And both these guys, he's going to get them both in one corner. Raven will get by Shively in that corner as well, coming out of 4 there. Jacob Wilson looking to make his way back up the field. And possibly get back into that top 3. We'll have to see. Well, action back here. Jim Thorndike. Jeremy Gill gets past him. Canova getting around him too. Jeremy Gill going to be looking to keep himself on the lead lap here. Dylan Canova not far off. Christian Proctor about to lose 2nd place to the 71 of Kenny Cucko. He's able to get around him just fine. Proctor falls back to 3rd. Shively going into pit now. SCSRA is the other live link. We got 2 lives going on at one time. Let's go ahead and check out the other live link. Little action back here with Jim Thorndike and Nick Ruffini. Oh no. It shows this race. Interesting. I don't know why it is doing that. I just let Joshua know. Hopefully he will get that fixed in the meantime. That's not. All right, Dylan Canova still out to a great lead here. He's got about 8 seconds over Kenny Kucko. Top 6. Only ones on the lead lap. Lap 118 out of 150. $30 laps here to go. Only the top 5 on the lead lap. Hasn't been as spicy as I thought it was going to be. We got Jacob Wilson looking to get past Christian Proctor for that 3rd position. Not too much action on the field right now. Here looking for the SCSRA. Look for a new live to pop up. Not sure why it was doing this. We had tested this out prior and it worked prior. And of course, come race day, there's always issues. Jeremy Gill now. 37 and Jake Raven close by. Jeremy Gill able to get by Jake Raven there. So I'm not as active on the calling here. Trying to get both of these things going and do a broadcast at the same time is pretty complicated. Appreciate your patience. Marty says, had to call it, back pain. Gonna call the doctor to schedule another MRI. See if the tumor grew back again for the third time. I really hope it didn't, buddy. I hope maybe just, you need a little extra rest and relaxation. Hopefully that's all you need. Make sure to keep us updated on that. Hopefully to see you back out here next week. If you're here looking for the SCSRA race, it is currently live and working. I believe it is just called My Broadcast. That is fixed. So let me get back to the action here. Jeremy Gill currently running fourth, Nick Ruffini third, Wilson third, Ruffini fourth, Gill fifth, Kenny second place. Only the top 6 on the lead lap. We have 19 laps to go. I posted the link for the other, well, I guess it actually didn't come through. But yep, the other SCSRA race is up. For all those of you that are watching this race, it doesn't have to end by the time this one is over. I believe they should just be underway or maybe midway through the first part of their race. We'll have to see. Make sure to check them out, though, once this one's done. Not much action on the field anyway. We see Jeremy Gill, Robbie Minor side by side. Minor 25 laps down. He's just out there logging laps. See Shane Wheeldon into pit. Jorge Ledesma Jr. also into pit as well. Thirteen of Proctor. Looking to get himself back around. That was not, none of this is for position except for the 37 in the 4 there. Battling and out. This is our closest battle here for 4th place. We're able to get a little bit of separation here again between the two cars. Is trying to set up another run here again. Behind them is the 24, Dalton Moore. He's currently 11 laps down, so his say doesn't have much in this. "13 laps to go. Raven trying to set up the 4, Jeremy Gill. Not able to close that gap up just enough yet. Got 12 laps left to do it. Our leader, Dylan Canova, 12-second lead. Gil's got to get a podium for Marshmallow. Oh, Gil's not going to do it that way, hitting the wall. That's going to slow him up. That's going to let the 37 get underneath them. Now, if he can get by him, is a different story. Seen that outside line be able to hold off the inside all race long. There it is again. Just hard to pass on the inside here. 10 laps to go here at the Tricia's Learning Center Gen 6 Series. Part of Top Tier Racing. Brought to you live by Royalty Racing Network. It's showing Ruffini a lap down, but he definitely is not. According to my thingamajig. Go ahead, give that a little refresh. Here is the man himself, though, Dylan Canova. A fierce leader here at Dover. The only time he hasn't led here was during the pit cycles. Jake Raven still working on that for Jeremy Gill, trying to get himself in the top 5. Let's see if we can get it done. Raven's going to need to close up that gap. So hard to get around anybody here. He's able to start closing that gap a little bit behind him. Four laps to go here at Dover Motor Speedway. Three laps to do it. Can Jake Raven get past the number 4 of Jeremy Gill and get himself a top 5 here in this race? Two laps to go. Canova is checked out. 12-second lead over Kenny Cucko. Actually, we can see him in the back of the shop there. Is 5th and 6th are duking it out here. Here we go. One lap to go. Bring her around one more time. Jake Raven's last chance to try and get up into the podium. Race is over. Canova has crossed the start-finish line. These guys are still racing back to the line here on their last lap. Does he have anything for him? Looking to the inside, coming out of 4. Jeremy Gill in the wall, and the 37 is able to get past him to get himself a podium finish. Waited to set him up there to the very last possible moment to take away the top 5 from Jeremy Gill. Exciting little battle there at the end. The top 3 pretty checked out for most of the race. Dominant fashion from the number 70, Dylan Canova. Of course, we'll get a post-race interview with him after this. I tell you, I was expecting a lot more cautions than what happened. Pretty proud of these guys tonight. Did a great job racing. Lots of green flag action coming at you tonight. There we go. The number 70 burning it down. Well deserved. No one really had anything for him tonight. He was able to just do what he does. Dylan Canova. All right, let's get ourselves back over to the right Discord server. We will get our race results up here, get the official standings for tonight. I would like it. There we go. Official race results. Dylan. Let's start at the bottom. 17th place, Dan Ames in the 55 mid-tier racing. 16th, Marty White, also mid-tier racing. 15th, Robert Miner, part of Royalty Motorsports. Jorge Ledesma Jr. and 14th, part of Revved Up Racing. Zach White, also part of Royalty Motorsports, coming in 13th. 12th to 24, Dalton Moore, part of Tennessee Speed. 11th place will be J.D. Van Kirk, Check 6 Motorsports / mid-tier racing. Shane Wielden, in the 83 with the 10th place finish, also part of Royalty Motorsports. Dave Shively, part of Shively Racing, coming in 9th. Jim Thorndike, our Cutco E Motorsports, in that number 8. Christian Proctor coming in 7th tonight, part of MTR Misfits. Jeremy Gill, 6th place, mid-tier racing. You're starting your top 5. The 37, Jake Raven, Cutco E Motorsports. Glad to see him have a good finish tonight. He has had a very rough season. Good on him. Coming in 4th, Nick Ruffini in the 03, part of Revved Up Racing. Coming in 3rd place, our 2025 Indy 500 winner, Jacob Wilson in the 51. 2nd place, Kenny Cutco in the 71. And your winner, the number 70 of Dylan Canova. What a great race by these guys tonight. I am super excited to get in with these top 3 interviews. Looks like we got a couple of them in here now. Just get all set up here. Oh, goodness. Everything's all combobulated now. Sorry, folks. This guy. All right. Alrighty. Let's get our 3rd place finisher, Jacob Wilson, 2025 Indy 500 winner. 3rd place finisher here tonight. Jacob Wilson, you got me.
Yeah, I got you, Drafty.
Man, great showing tonight. Kind of a little back and forth in the midfield, but able to get up into the top 3. I saw you and your fellow teammates there stayed out way longer on that second pit cycle there. Tell me, how was that making the car feel towards the end of it?
It wasn't too bad. I mean, you just kind of had to drive within what the car would let you. Once, I think Christian was one of the first of the kind of that lead pack to pit, and he was stuck like 2 laps down, and we were kind of all like, well, we don't want, if the caution comes out, we don't want to be stuck 2 down, so we just kind of stayed out till we couldn't go any longer. Like I had like a lap of fuel left when I pitted, so at the rate the race was going, it didn't look like we were gonna have any cautions, and we didn't end up having any more. So, I just kind of went for it once I had the fresher tires than anybody else, and I was able to jump a bunch of people, and so, we ran like top 5 most of the race anyway. But I definitely didn't have anything. I don't think for Dylan. Um, I think Kenny saved his tires a little bit better that last run than I did because I caught him till about 5 seconds and then he was able to just kind of maintain. So, um, and once it kind of got stuck there, I just kind of went into conservation mode and just made sure I was holding on to the podium. But overall, it was a good race. I was kind of unsure how tonight was going to go because Dover has historically not been one of my best tracks, but doing
Hey,
pretty good.
yeah, you did great this evening, man, bringing home the P3. Before I let you go, anyone you want to shout out and thank?
Yes, sir. Circle W Farms, Floors by Dennis, Victory Fuel, the No Names, just everybody over at Revved Up. We got a great group of guys. We've had a good season over here in top tier. Um, we've done a lot of good things of late. Indy 500 win was really big. Nothing will probably ever top that, but I just want to thank everybody for supporting us, and hopefully we can close out the team championship and hopefully snag that drivers championship, which has eluded us um, the last couple seasons here in top tier. We've come close, um, but we'll see what we can do. Hopefully Dylan can, hang in there, and maybe I can slip in there and win it too. We'll see.
Heck yeah, buddy. All right, well, we'll see you back here next week. Go ahead and enjoy this podium, buddy. Have a good night.
You too, Jeff. See ya.
There you have it. That was our third place finisher, Jacob Wilson. Now we'll get our second place finisher, Kenny Cucko, up in here. Kenny, it's Matt up in the booth. You got a copy.
I sure do, buddy.
Take me through your race, man. Coming in second again this week to Dylan Canova. Tell me, do you think you could have done anything better to get him, or did he just have this one in the bag from the green flag?
No, like I could hang with him for the first 20, 25 laps, which I'm sure y'all saw, and then he would just run away. And we were talking right now before I got up here. I was trying to figure out where I was losing the time because like I can hang with him, I can hang with Latham early, and then they just drift off into the sunset. So but hey, P2 can't be mad. Happy about that. Didn't destroy the car on the first restart. Almost did on the second. I don't know if you caught that. Almost killed everybody again. But two second place finishes in a row. Um that's a win. Those are wins for me considering how my season's been. So it was a little bit lonely race, but I love Dover and really proud of everyone in the league to only have 6 caution laps for a 150 lap race. So that was a huge step forward, I think, for the league. Very solid race. Proud of everybody. So yeah, pretty stoked.
Yeah, I did catch that on that restart there. You almost repeating your infamous Dover restart. Glad you were able to keep it going. Glad there was no big deal. And yeah, great racing from everybody tonight. It did get spread out quite quickly, so I think that definitely helped everyone kind of keep out of each other there. So pretty proud of these guys as well. Before I let you go, anyone you want to shout out and thank?
Just again, everyone in the league, without them, it's not possible. And then without all our sponsors and, you and JD co-owning and running this thing. So, just shout out to everybody, Tricia's Learning Center. And yeah, just really proud of everyone today. I think it was a great showing for our league.
Couldn't agree with you more, man. Go ahead and celebrate another P2 this week. We'll catch you back here next week.
Yeah, take care, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
There you have it, our P2 finisher, Kenny Cucko. Coming in second to, of course, this man right here, once again, the number 70, Dylan Canova. Dylan, it's Matt up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
That back here, Victory Lane, once again. I tell you, no one had anything for you here this evening. You had this one in the bag from the green flag, it seemed. Tell me from the start of the race to the end of the race, how was the car changing? And then, like, what were you doing that you think other people weren't that just allowed you to get so far ahead?
Um, Honestly, the car, like, it didn't handle a whole lot different throughout each run. It was pretty consistent as far as the fall off and what the car would do in the long run. I think once kind of got that figured out, it actually felt a little bit better, more so getting used to the car rather than the car just getting better overall. Um, I don't necessarily know if there was anything in particular I was doing, just trying to save tire and just keep myself in front of Kenny so I could keep control of the race and not drive away. And the only thing I can say is I tried to hold the bottom as long as I could to try and save some right rear tire for the long run.
Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. I was muted. Anyway, yeah, you did save quite a bit and able to stay quite far ahead. And you guys, you and a few of your teammates stayed out longer than anybody else. Tell me, did you guys kind of plan that going in, or is it just you noticed that the tires weren't falling off as bad for you guys?
The tires were definitely falling off. I think it just became a run the tank dry, so that way you have the freshest tires at the end. Um, I know some guys ended up trying to split that last run into thirds and had to pit again, which I think is the move if there's a caution, because now it kind of puts you back even with everybody else. Especially if they get a caution a couple laps after we come out before we catch them. But it going green kind of put the nail in the coffin for everybody on that two-stop strategy, because you just can't make up that much time. As slow as pit road here is 35 miles an hour, you give up almost 2 laps on the racetrack.
Yeah, we definitely saw that with all the drivers that did come to pit under green. You all put them at least a lap, if not 2, down for each person that pit. But hey, great strategy, great racing this evening, bringing home another victory for Revved Up Racing, solidifying yourself at the top of the leaderboard in the championship run even more. Anyone you like to thank or shout out before I let you go?
Yeah, all the league admins for giving us a place to run. Tricia's Learning Center for sponsoring the league. You for putting on the broadcast tonight. Everybody for being here. It was a really good race. All the drivers did an outstanding job, as hard as the car was to handle at times. Everybody over at Revved Up Racing, Victory Fuel, uh, Floors by Dennis, uh, Circle W Farms, and just everybody who makes this possible.
There you go. Good people to have backing you and your team, buddy. Go ahead and celebrate this victory, and we'll see you back here next week.
Thank you.
There was our race winner, the number 70, Dylan Canova. Back-to-back wins here in the top tier Tricia's Learning Center Gen 6 series. And until next week, be race 3 of 5 for the championship run. Getting down to the wire here. We'll have to see if anyone can try and catch up to Dylan Canova. He had about a 20-point lead, as we saw coming into this race. 25-point lead, I think, if I remember correctly. And yeah, he grew that a lot more tonight winning this race. So, all done here with the top tier racing, or top tier Tricia's Learning Center Gen 6 series. Make sure go over, give Josh some love. He's currently broadcasting the Stock Car Sim Racing Association ARCA series. Go show him some love and show that league some love too. Great league as well. I am Matt Drafty Beef Everard, signing off here at Dover Motor Speedway, part of Royalty Racing Network. We will catch you back here next week.